All right, we are on, and there is nobody here. What a surprise! But I'll sit here and wait for a little bit and maybe do a couple other things. I'm not super worried about it. Oh, God, was that an ad for Toy Story? Well, how long you been here? The thing is literally telling me there's nobody here but me. Okay, well, whatever. So, it worked. I'm still doing some adjustments on it, but Grimlock has his sword. The dinosaur formerly known as Slag has his sword. And Sludge has his. So, what do you think I should do today? When do I ever plan anything? You know me better than that. I mean, I spent the last couple of days making weapons for Dinobots. I haven't printed it out yet, but I have Grimlock's gun sitting in wait. Decided that I wanted to try one more time to reprint the Paladin because I want to do the hero ships. And I don't know if you saw it yesterday, but look how good that looks. Even with that being put back together with green stuff, that looks awesome. Probably need to get out the Dremel and sand it again, but So I was thinking, what should I do next? Since I'm kind of burned out a little bit on building uh, ships for a little bit, but I want to keep working. What should I do? I need to check my email and see if that Epi sent me that stuff yet. Allison, have you ever seen me wear a corset? As for running from monsters, why would I run from monsters? They don't scare me. I'm scared. Have you not seen me? I'm scarier than most monsters. I'm suddenly getting the feeling that I may end up with that 40-inch TV in here. Well, considering that Godzilla, when he first attacked Japan, the women didn't wear corsets. So your a whole mental vision is off. I mean, Godzilla attacks Tokyo. Tokyo in the 1700s was basically still feudal Japan, though the emperor was in charge by that point. They were still filling what was left over from the former shogunate. It wasn't until the 1800s that you started having Americans coming in. Well, if you go by the modern version that is made to the United States, he usually attacks New York. And technically, it's not a he, it's a she. So, Well, if it was considering that Godzilla Gorgira is the only one of its kind, I doubt very much that it's male because how else would you end up with whatever the name Godzilla Jr. is? It's kind of like the Kong Jr. thing. Okay, actually, no, there's more than one ape on Skull Island. So King Kong having a child is not unbelievable, but Godzilla is like the only one of its kind, even though the Godzilla that appears later is not the original Godzilla because the original Godzilla got killed. You know how it is. Mighty Joe Young was something else entirely different. Although I will say Mighty Joe Young was actually pretty cool. That was one ugly motherfucker. So, what do you think I should do? Just sit here and play video games and talk to you, or should I try to make something? Should I work on the gun for Snarl or one of Swoop's missiles? Well, that does happen. Well, shit, you lost a couple of levels. Did you lose coins too? Okay. Why am I such a nice guy? Of course, I'm gonna run out and leave her. So what the hell does that matter? How the hell did you get two of those? Worthless cheating bastards. So what else is going on, Allison? You were all talkative, but now you just completely silenced on me, and I got nothing to do but talk to you right now. since I don't know if anybody else has shown up, except, well, it says there's two people in here. So, technically there's three, but I don't actually count. Uh, yeah, I should have done that before I came in. But I decided not to because I'd rather do other stuff. And the only reason I keep the camera on me most of the time, actually, because I want people to know that I am actually really here. Well, that's a good thing, I guess. I spent a whole shitload today, over 200. But there's a couple of there was one story I had that the only way I can get any of it at all when there is stuff up is pay for it. And there's another one that I just got so interested in the story I wanted to hear more. Well, that really sucks. I'm gonna hate myself for doing this. Okay. Brought a one of them. One of the stories I listened to brought up the one mace from legend that supposedly caused people to have heart attacks, but it was one of the gods who had wielded originally, and when he received his constellation and left Earth to become a god, his he cursed the mace that he used, so that anybody who used it, it would talk to them incessantly. And then the last guy who anybody had known had actually wielded it right before he died of a heart attack said, "Fucking mace, don't you know when to how to shut up?" Oh, we got three people. Hi, people. I need to decide. Half tempted to turn the camera around and do some work on the things, but it's only got 30 minutes, and it takes a lot more than 30 minutes to build anything. Yeah, that's what I did when I heard it. Okay. Suggestions on weaponry and stuff. Break out our books and things. You still had trolls, and kobolds, and a whole bunch of Solarian. Yes, I know. You've always loved the flail, and I'd love to see you actually try to use one because you'll co-cark yourself with it first time you even try. Yeah, I've used lots of weapons in my time, trained in lots of weapons. Man, they wouldn't even let you near a flail. In ancient times, they wouldn't let anybody go out into the field with a flail unless they'd been training on it for months. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should start designing bigger stuff. Back up to the beginning. Here, for those who came in later, this is what I'm talking about in the thing. Dinobots now have swords. There's Grimlocks. Yes, I will paint them later. Once I'm sure I have them as good as I could get them. Damn, why am I all of a sudden really tired? Sludge. And the Dinobot formerly known as Slag. And he does kind of look like a slag. You know, every time they talk about the change out of name because it was his was a reference to what's left over when you do steel. It thought it was funny when the English were saying, "Well, we changed the name because that's an insult here," and I was thinking, you know, that's an insult that's directed. It's a derogatory word used towards women. So there's a problem here. Um, it's a male character, so obviously it's about steel slag, the stuff that's left over after you've melted metal, the garbage that is not worth keeping when you refine metal, and If it was a female character, I could understand it, but no, it's a male character. No matter how good a player looks, it's not worth fighting with. Damn it. Well, and something bad happened today, too, when it came to the Dinobots. I lost Snarl's hand. His left hand is missing. I know where it went. I'm just having trouble finding it. I'll have to keep looking. Hopefully, I'll be able to recover it. Otherwise, I'll have to go on AliExpress and buy an entire set of Dinobots that aren't worth a shit. Just to be able to get a replacement piece for an actual Dinobot. I hate doing it this early, but I think I need to call it a night. I'm starting to have real trouble. Kind of falling asleep sitting here.